Region 8 News starts right now with breaking news.
That breaking news out of Memphis this morning. FedEx flights are grounded at Memphis International Airport. This comes amid a sheet of ice that has blanketed the Mid-South as temperatures quickly dropped to freezing Thursday afternoon. The Federal Aviation Administration called for a ground stop for the airport until at least 11:15 this morning. Only FedEx flights are impacted, but several other flights were canceled Friday morning to Atlanta, Chicago, Detroit, and 2 New York flights due to the weather. The Memphis International Airport expects the next couple of days to be the busiest Christmas holiday travel season. And now it is 11 o'clock and you're taking a look in North Jonesboro. You can see those roads maybe a little bit better than they were during Good Morning Region 8, but still not in the best condition. And Aaron, we've been out on those roads already this morning. We're going to have a look at some of those RDOT maps and kind of see what all is going on and what we can expect. Here we go.
Yeah, we got some of the worst areas looks like right now. Mississippi County down I-55. This is a look at I-55 from at the state line. Traffic's moving smoothly right now down 55. If we can go back to the map though, it looks like there's an accident right there at Division Street and I-55 in Blyville. Southbound lanes are closed due to a recovery, it looks right. To debris in the road. There's debris in the road down there, so they're having to close 55 for a little bit down there in Mississippi County. We also have ice patches on Highway 18 from Dale all the way over to Jonesboro. But it's also not too. It's also pretty rough back over towards western parts of Region 8.
Yeah, you're seeing where this blue, now that's snow on the roads, but this pinkish, purplish color down here is more of icy conditions on the roads. So we've got a little bit of everything throughout Region 8 here. So, you know, if people are going to be out on those roads, I know we actually saw a couple drivers spin out and some people on their phones.
Yeah, we're seeing a couple of people. We just got back. Someone driving down the road like this while ago. Please not be on your phone if you're out on this ice. We also have some icy conditions in Missouri. If we can take a look at the MoDOT Travelers map, we have icy conditions through the Boot Hill, all the way back into Ripley County, Butler County, and even there's a highway there in Oregon County, Highway 19 between Alton and then back up to Winona, Missouri, that's closed due to the icy weather. We talked about that earlier this morning, but here's a look in Hayti. You can see there's still some snow on the ground, but the interstate over there looks fairly decent.
But if you are going to be out here, make sure to exercise extra caution. Give yourself plenty of time to get down these roads. Arrive alive. Don't text and drive like we've seen this morning.
Exactly.
Give yourself that extra time and give space between yourself and the cars in front of you. It's still nasty out there. Only be out if you absolutely have to.
Yeah, and we have nasty conditions on our weather cameras right now. So we take a look over there in Walnut Ridge right now. We have roads that are still pretty nasty over there. They're clearing up some, but we still have the nasty roads over there. Nasty roads in Paragould. Just take it slowly. You'll be able to make it to your destination. Same here in Jonesboro. The readings are still down there at Jonesboro as well. We also have the icy conditions there in front of NEA Baptist. Temperatures right now are in the single digits. We're at 55 in Harrisburg and in Paragould, 5 degrees. 5 degrees Harrisburg, Paragould, Kennett, 8 degrees in Walnut Ridge, 8 over there in Walnut Ridge. We're still down to 1 degree in West Plains. We have those feels like temperatures below zero, 10 below in Paragould, Harrisburg, Walnut Ridge, 16 below in West Plains. We have that freeze warning, that wind chill warning still in effect across all of Region 8. And we're starting to see some clouds build into the south. So hopefully the cloud cover will help us insulate a little bit so it won't fall, the temperatures won't fall as fast tonight as they did last night. But still, we have a pretty clear day across much of the region. Over the next few hours, temperatures will climb to around 14 degrees, and that's going to be pushing it, I think, because the temperatures are not climbing that fast right now. 13 as you head towards the evening time hours. Winds will still be gusty, so those wind chills will still be a problem. We do have a warm up in the forecast, believe it or not. We'll talk about that in the full forecast in just a little bit, Chase.
I'm ready for that, Aaron. In the meantime, let's go back and talk about roads a little bit more. MoDOT said that all crews are out clearing those main roads right now. Now, a district engineer said that they sent 2 team members from southeast Missouri all the way to the St. Louis area overnight. He said even a short drive, though, can leave you stuck out in the cold.
Worried about people being out in their vehicles getting stranded because it's going to be so cold. It's going to be colder tonight than it's been in years, if not decades. So I really hope if you're out, you have, something to drink with you, your cell phone's charged, your car's gas tank's full. If you get stranded for a few hours, it's going to be difficult if you can't have your car running tonight.
He said if you do end up stranded, to make sure and call for help. Now, Jonesboro Police remind you not to call 911 or first responders to check on road conditions. They said the misuse of emergency services could result in charges and fines. Now, over on our website right now on KAIT8.com and the Region 8 News app, we do have links to RDOT and MoDOT with the latest traffic conditions. And whether you're traveling for the holidays or getting ready for this extreme cold and winter weather, don't hit the road without taking care of a few things first. Automotive mechanics say it's especially important to check your tire pressure because when the temperature drops, the air pressure in your tires does too. For every 10 degrees that it drops, you lose a pound of pressure in your tires. For example, it was 40 degrees yesterday and today we're close to 0, so your tires have 4 pounds less pressure than they did yesterday. Now, the weather can also affect some things under your hood.
If you're away from home and your battery dies, you're not going to have a way to start your vehicle to move or to stay warm.
If it gets too cold, your battery it just can't do a proper charge after a certain temperature. It gets below a certain temperature, your battery will just not charge 100%. And so if your battery is already low, right? If it tests low, then it's just that cold weather is just going to impact its ability to continue to be charged.
Experts with AAA suggest that you get a vehicle emergency kit and make sure it has jumper cables because your car battery may not hold up to the temperatures. Also, make sure that your coolant has the proper mixture so that it doesn't freeze. And one of the ways that you can prevent an emergency is practicing safe driving. So make sure to adjust your speed if you have lower traction, increase your following distance to 5 to 6 seconds to help with stopping safely. And if you come across a hill and you can't get up it, try to back up on a flat road before trying again. Now to the breaking news overnight. The January 6th committee released its final reports. ABC's John Carl has the details.
Overnight, the January 6th committee releasing its final report. 845 pages, the product of an 18-month investigation. Interviewing more than 1,000 witnesses, obtaining texts, emails, and other documents from Trump's inner circle. And unearthing new video from the Capitol attack. In its report, the committee saying the violence that day was the fault of one man, Donald Trump, and what they call Trump's multi-part plot to overturn the 2020 election, writing none of the events of January 6th would have happened without him. The committee making several recommendations, including that Trump and others who worked to overturn the election be disqualified from ever holding government office.
He is unfit for any office.
The report mirroring the committee's 10 public hearings where lawmakers unveiled their findings to the American people, outlining Trump's repeated election lies, which his own advisors told him were false, as well as what the committee described as a pressure campaign to get federal, state, and local officials to subvert the results of the election. Those efforts, the committee says, culminated in the deadly Capitol attack.
In the end, he summoned a mob to Washington, and knowingly they were armed and angry, pointed them to the Capitol and told them to fight like hell.
The report is released the same day lawmakers are voting on a massive package of legislation, which includes reforms to the Electoral Count Act, the law that Trump and his allies abused to try to have the 2020 election results tossed out in Congress. Jay O'Brien, ABC News, Washington.
Well, coming up, we have the best way to find that perfect Christmas sweater, and it may be in a thrift store. But first, we're going to take a live look in Walnut Ridge. Things are looking a little better than they were this morning, but those roads are still slick. Stick with us, Aaron. We'll have a full forecast coming up. 'Tis the season for hot chocolate and, of course, ugly sweaters. Well, Gans went to a thrift store in Rhode Island for a crash course in scoring some exceptional ugly Christmas sweaters and why doing it secondhand is the way to go.
Can I ask how long this creation took to put together?
A night.
One night?
Yeah.
That's Christmas magic if I've ever heard it. It's also the magic of re-commerce. In fact, the thrifting and secondhand shopping industry grew nearly 15% last year, which is twice as fast as the broader retail market, according to a report from OfferUp.
The thrill of the hunt to find that one special piece that's unique to me or my personality.
So we went shopping for secondhand sweaters worthy of Santa himself.
A recent survey says that 1 in 3 Americans are more concerned now about the environmental impact of their clothing choices than they were 3 years ago. And the team here at Savers helped divert more than 600 million pounds of reusable clothing from landfills last year alone.
It's a win for the environment and a win for your show-stopping look.
I don't want to really be on trend, so I want something that's unique to my personality, and I can find that here.
Ebony and her teammates at Savers have made it a seasonal tradition to elevate their holiday sweaters however they can.
What goes on at a Savers that I need to know about to come up with something like this?
So first, it takes a fun, fabulous team, but you can put together anything. So whether you're good at sewing or you're like me, I'm the hot glue gun queen, you can make it happen. You can use anything on our shelves that we have in the store to put together something like this, just pieces of felt, fabric, streamers, garland, and again, use that hot glue gun or stitch it together.
And voila, one-of-a-kind sweaters at a price worthy of the nice list.
A report by Coupon Follow says that thrift store shoppers save nearly $150 a month or $1,670 a year on average. So secondhand shopping shouldn't just be a Christmas time habit if you're really looking to save big in the new year. Will Gans, ABC News, New York.
Thank you, Will. Some great tips there, but your time now is 11:13, and you're taking a look over in Jonesboro. Look at that wind. That camera is shaking like crazy. Roads are still a little rough out there, but Aaron, what can we kind of expect as the day goes on?
More cold weather across the area today. Temperatures right now are still in the single digits. We're looking at a statewide view right now. Temperatures as far south as Magnolia is down to it's only up to 18. We'll take a look at what you can expect for the rest of your day and for the rest of your weekend coming up in just a little bit.
Region 8 Storm Team weather with meteorologist Aaron Castleberry.
As a few more people venture out and about, the roads are becoming a little bit more passable now. This is a look in Southside. I have a nephew that lives in Southside. He said that on the side streets, things are still pretty bad over there. Cars are stuck in the streets. Here's a live look right now in Walnut Ridge. You can see that the roads are better than they were this morning, but they're still not great out there. Live look in Paragould. People driving slow there on West Kings Highway. Not too many people in the parking lot at the hospital. People taking it slowly here in Jonesboro as well. The main roads they're passable, but those side roads and those side streets are going to be very, very treacherous today. Same as you look down from Hilltop down in front of the grocery store here in town. Temperatures right now are in the single digits for the most part. We're up to 11 in Searcy. It's 8 in Newport, 5 in Harrisburg, 5 in Paragould, 4 in Blytheville, 5 in Kennett. It's still only 1 degree in West Plains. Now, we still have those winds out of the northwest anywhere from 15 to 20 miles per hour. And when you factor in that, it feels like negative 10 in Paragould and in Walnut Ridge, negative 17 in Poplar Bluff, negative 15 in Blytheville, negative 16 over in West Plains. We still have the freeze warning, the wind chill warning in effect until noon, and then that will transition to a wind chill advisory for some of us. We are mainly clear outside. We're all dry, but we do have some clouds starting to move in just a little bit, so we're going to see a few more clouds in the afternoon. That storm system that brought us all that snow yesterday is now moving up into the mid-Atlantic and into New England and into southern Canada, bringing a lot of snow and even some rain and storms back along the coast. Now, temperatures today may climb up to 14. 14 may be generous for some of us. A lot of us may stay just below that. As you head into tonight, temperatures won't fall as fast. We'll get down to around 9 overnight. Those wind chills, negative 5 to negative 10 across the area. And then those wind chills come up tomorrow with the temperature. We'll top out tomorrow in the mid-20s with those wind chills in the teens across the area. So it's not as bad out there. Today, 14 degrees, windy and cold, 24 tomorrow, 27 on Christmas Day. We're back above freezing by Monday. Now, we do have a 20% chance, maybe a few flurries floating through with a disturbance that's moving down. That disturbance not too strong, not expecting too much trouble with that. 38 on Tuesday, 51 though by Wednesday, 58 by Thursday, 60 on Friday. We do have a 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms by Friday as warm air starts to come back into the area. I see a pretty good warm-up, Chase, as we head into next week and the week after. I know we talk about, you know, we usually get a good cold December sometimes, and then that January thaw. Looking down the road, it looks like we got a pretty good January thaw coming up as we head into the new year.
I'm definitely looking forward to those higher temperatures, but in the meantime, I'm feeling like Gucci Mane out here because, I've been saving that tease all week. I've been waiting for that one. So
I don't know what to say to you.
We'll just get on with the show then.
Bye.
Coming up, those in the Santa business say that the demand for wider representation is growing, and the industry seems to be listening. Stay with us. But first, we do have a live look out in Pocahontas at some more of that beautiful snow. Aaron, we'll have a little bit more on your weather coming up. Don't go anywhere. Well, nothing says Christmas like the image of Santa Claus. While many things change with time, the traditional face of the jolly old elf has remained unchanged for decades. However, those in the Santa business say the demand for wider representation is growing, and CNN's Ryan Young reports.
What did you want Santa to bring you?
I want Santa to bring me a monster truck.
Tell him just a couple of things.
Yeah.
I didn't tell him a lot. I just told him I want the slime maker.
Santa, one of the most joyful and instantly recognizable characters across the world. At malls across the country, some kids have noticed a different, diverse set of Santas popping up.
Mommy, it's a black Santa. Ho, ho, ho! Children always ask me, how can you be a Santa of this color and then be a Santa of another color somewhere else? And I always tell them, Santa travels all over the world, so Santa relates to all communities and cultures.
This Santa looks different than a lot of Santas across the country.
Yes, it's important for us to see ones that look like us. So that's why it was important for her to get those pictures.
Now we got diverse Santas and everything. We can get a Mexican Santa, Chinese Santa. We can have the kind of Santa you want that make you feel good about Christmas.
Does that matter, you think?
Sometimes for the kids, yeah. Okay. Sometimes for the kids to see someone that looks like them, that they're supposed to be getting presents from.
Merry Christmas.
One of the nation's largest Santa hiring services tells us the demand to hire diverse Santas is on the rise across the country.
The demand for diversity among Santa Claus entertainer has really gone through the roof. We can't keep up. We're able to let Santa look and sound like the children that he's speaking to.
Representation means so much to a lot of people.
Had you ever, when you were a kid, met a Santa like yourself?
It wasn't a good experience for me. I have 3 sisters and 1 brother. All of them are hearing. You know, they're all very excited to see Santa. They're chatting. They're excited then, you know, come time for my turn. And Santa just gives me this look. You know, it's flat, expressionless. He hands me a gift. And for me, I felt deflated inside.
Santa Charles is one of the few Santas who was deaf and uses his tremendous personality to connect with kids who are too often left out.
You know, Santa is, you know, a magical experience for children. It's about bringing joy to their lives. It really means a lot to me.
These moments will last a lifetime for these families.
Say cheese.
That will cherish these pictures, which helps to enhance the magic of the season.
Do you sign Merry Christmas?
What a cool story. Well, check this out, and I love this story. Say that you're at a holiday party with some delicious appetizers and desserts, and you'd love to, well, take a few of them home with you, but you don't know if that would really be appropriate. Well, this might be your answer. Hefty has just unveiled the snack scarf. The household products maker calls this the perfect way to keep you warm and also secretly fill your scarf with your favorite party foods to take home. The company says the key is using the scarf's hidden storage bag pockets to keep those appetizers fresh. The plaid design snack scarf comes with 2 sizes, of course, a quart and a gallon, but it is a limited edition, so you better get them while you still can. Hefty says the scarf retails for less than $3 each. got to get one of those. And now you're taking a live look over in Batesville, south side. You can see that snow is still on the roads a little bit, but maybe travel conditions improving just a little bit still. If you are going to be out on these roads, we cannot stress enough to be safe, be careful, give yourself some of that extra time, but stick with us because Aaron will have a little more on your forecast in just a few minutes.
I'm over here looking like I'm having a praise break.
I hope it's live. Run it. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Well, Aaron, I already used my best joke, so I'm all out of good tosses. So I guess just tell us a little bit about the weather.
It's bird. It's cold in here.
There we go.
There must be some twirls in the atmosphere. It's 14 degrees today. That's all we're going to get. That's all the degrees we're going to get today. 24 tomorrow or Christmas Eve. Christmas Day, 27. Back up above freezing by Monday. Maybe a few flurries. And then, if you can believe it, by the end of next week, this time next week, we're dealing with rain showers and a high of 60 degrees. So 14 to 60 over the next 7 days. I will take it.
60 looks a lot better than that 14 does today, Aaron. But, we've been working pretty hard today. We've been